basically, Rob, the contracting of autumn wheat and farmers trying to make decisions around what they know they can grow and what they should grow, and then organising the seed, and even the merchants growing the seed to be available for next year in the volumes required. It's been a mess forever, and is still a mess. And really, the other industries just wouldn't stand for it, because what happens out there is that farmers think about what they might grow in terms of varieties, and there's very specific ones, like purple wheat is one that's into a sort of a niche market type thing. And then they don't know whether they're going to have a contract through their contracting merchant or through the mill until well after the crop is up, which is a totally ridiculous...
Yeah, I mean, it's quite cart and horse, isn't it, really?
It is, and it's been that way for a long, long time, and it needs to change, because the cost of carrying seed over for some of these companies is huge if their particular one doesn't have a market, or you know, it's not so bad for spring sown crops, because there's time for the market to sort of get the contracts out there and identify the varieties they want. But this year in particular, the purple wheat thing's been an absolute nightmare. There's been growers who have been traditional purple wheat growers, so they go ahead and order the seed and put it in the ground. And then their merchant comes round and once a contract's been released, and they don't know whether their contract or their tonnage is going to be accepted, they go and talk to the farmer. The farmer signs the contract with the merchant.
Yeah.
The merchant then has to submit that contract to the mill. And if the mill's lost a market, or there's been a change in trend or something, and they only want half the quantity, well, this year they wanted none. Completely.
Charming.
For a start. Charming for a start. Then they went back and they said, oh, we'll take 10% of what you grew, which is also charming. and then they went back and said, oh, no, we don't want the 10% now. We don't want anything.
So what are you supposed to do?
Well, I know one farmer that put Roundup over 18 hectares of purple wheat. He needed a contract, he needed a signed contract. His bank said, you better get a contract. So he went and got a feed contract, and then the company contracting that feed said, well, we don't want purple wheat and we want to sell you our variety, so get rid of it. So he put Roundup over 18 hectares. 2 days later, they came back. 2 days later, they came back and said, we'll take all that purple wheat now. We've found another market. Now, that is just rubbish. It's a cost to the industry that's unacceptable. It needs to be sorted out. There'll be no other industry out there would accept that type of thing. And
well, Dennis, people are just going to stop putting it in the ground, aren't they? Just going to say, no, you're not going to.
Well,
do
they
that
are. Yeah, it's anti-production. It's not really encouraging the wheat industry. It's discouraging it. And really, these companies need to get their acts together, and they have to talk to their customers and have a closer relationship, so that when it comes out, even the merchants, if they say, well, okay, here's 10 merchants, you know, you each got 1,000 tonne each or something like that. Give some sort of allocation out there so the merchant can talk to the farmer with some assurity. But before the stuff is put in the ground, yeah, that's the thing. And it's been this way for years. And quite frankly, I don't know why farmers put up with it, because it's
they're going to stop putting up with it.
Well, it's rubbish. It's rubbish. And the prices are quite low at the moment, and it's a great excuse to exit the wheat industry.
Cool.